Hello and welcome back, fellow Achaeans. I am the heir of Carthage, and we are in, hang on, what is it? A Total War Saga Troy. I always want to say Troy, a Total War Saga, but it's the other way around. A Total War Saga Troy, which is now released on Steam as of last week, with the Mythos DLC, and I think it also adds a historical mode, and of course keeps the truth behind the myth original version of the game. I'm very much enjoying this one. I had a lot of positive comments from you all on the last one. It seems like quite a few of you are enjoying it as well. And I do appreciate the those who are viewing and supporting with the comments on the last episode. Very much appreciated. What we did last time was we came after these settlements up here, and we got more bronze, food, and wood available to us. And we definitely want to go for this gold mine. Then there's another major settlement here. It doesn't have a port, but we could go ahead and take it. And then there's even more food over here in these minor settlements. So some good stuff available for us. I'm going to continue the push in this general direction to continue to expand our lands and try and improve our economic standing. We're actually quite low on food income at the moment, which is not ideal, but we should get more once we tear down this muster field and put the right buildings in. So yeah, I'm feeling like we're going to be in good shape overall. But yeah, man, the music, the map, this game looks so good, and it runs so smooth compared to some of the other Total War games. Hey, one other quick ask I need to throw in here. I mentioned the support earlier. I don't know if you all have seen the Rome 2 Seleucid campaign, but people are like absolutely like bombing me with support on it, like comments. If they like the video, they like it. And I don't have like the charts that I can pull up here because I would have to clip them so you don't see anything that is confidential, but they have driven up many key metrics on my channel by almost 30 to 50%, depending on and some of them even higher. Like my subscribership is up like 1,000% over the last week or so, and it's just because they're supporting. You see, YouTube is stupid, right? Instead of me making videos, and if you like it, you subscribe, and then you get to see what you subscribe to. No, YouTube doesn't work that way. They want to recommend to you what they want you to watch rather than you choosing what you want to watch, and so they have an algorithm. This algorithm feeds on some key metrics, like the percentage of the video that's viewed, how often people are clicking through to view it, and how often they're interacting with it through comments and likes. Now, some of those things you can control, like how long you view the video, and then how you interact with it. I'm not going to ask you to watch the video like an hour at a time or whatever else it is like that. You don't have to do any of that. That's nonsense. One thing you can do to support me, though, is leave a comment, or if you enjoy the video, like it. Do both. And it makes a huge difference. And the more you do that, the more it helps support the content on my channel that you like. And when I have that support, like so for instance, the people are loving the Rome 2 campaign so much and they're being so interactive and so supportive, I've already told them, look, I mean, you guys are doing so great, I'm just going to make another one for you after this. So again, if you want to see more content like this, interact with it. That's the best way to let me know. It helps me, and it also helps me know, hey, dang, people want to see more, and I'll bring it to you, absolutely. Anyway, thank you for helping me out. Again, sorry I have to talk about it, but I do because YouTube is absolutely stupid, and that's just how it works. Don't really have a whole lot of choice otherwise. We have a skill point to assign to Odysseus. We had previously picked up this formation specialist, which was giving us extra ammunition and a little bit of missile resistance, so that was nice. If we do the specialist, it would give us, hang on, what changes here? More missile resistance, and it gives us some extra reload skill. Unlocking this skill will lock formation specialist armor, but it doesn't undo what you did on the last one, I don't think, does it? Speed. Let's go with attack speed. Alright, so there we go. I've gotten that taken care of. I think we're now ready to end a turn. I've got to grab some water real quick before I get even more grizzled sounding than I typically am. I'm going to hit the fast forward button over here too. Alright, so folks want to barter with me. They're offering food, but I'm not willing to go up stone right now, so that's a no. I need stone for certain building upgrades, so I'm just not willing to cough up any stone. Got portents in the sky, so we're going to lose happiness in Lario, or Blyros, however you say that. Poseidon, frenzied stallion. The mighty Poseidon famously despises the city of Troy, yearns to tear down its proud walls. He was forced to build by Zeus the Tempest Tempestuous Olympian sends earthquakes to the Trojan capital, causing the ground to shake. Prior to the disaster, the horses of Troy, recognizing their diving creators' impending fury, kick and neigh. Okay, that's kind of weird. Don't know exactly what that's going to do. We need to carry out an agent action. We get a little bit of food and bronze if we do. And that's okay. There's probably an agent action I need to carry out.
Just too sick to hold
there we go.
What a shame.
Successfully poisoned the well there. And we are almost ready to go, I think, with Odysseus. I'm going to move a little closer to where we want to be and go ahead and garrison up here. I need to get the food production from this, and then I'm going to also improve here, which also should increase my food production. I don't have the stone and wood yet to build the smelter's house, so we're going to be waiting on stone and wood to do that. That's probably all the money I'm going to have for building upgrades. I remember we had this epic agent as well. I'm going to bring him up here and put him to use. These are fun. They come along every now and then, and they have some pretty interesting abilities, but you kind of have to use them quick, because you see here I only have 7 more turns for that agent to remain here, so I'm going to go put him to use for an assassination. Construction. I'm not worried about this construction. Let's end our turn. And then at this point, I'm feeling pretty confident that Odysseus is going to be replenished enough. I want to go get my hands on that gold mine. Getting that gold early is always better than needing it later. The gold is key to recruiting certain units and later upkeeping even certain units. Single barter. I don't want these barters right now. I know I need some wood, but I probably need my bronze as well. Like, I'm not sitting too terribly pretty on any resource other than food. And we're doing okay on food. Let's see here.
Favored by Athena.
My agent. Sure here. I'm gonna... Orion's ability to potentially stalk his prey combined kills a foreign character or wounds an immortal character with a guaranteed chance. I mean, I don't know that this is particularly useful here, but I'm just going to use it because what else we're going to use him for? It would have been cool to do it
Odysseus the Cunning,
where he didn't have any more time to react to it, but, you know, we'll take what we can get. I'm going to really mess with this guy over here. Poison the well. We assassinated his character. We're going to really wreck up his army. We still need one more turn, and then we'll have enough wood and stone to upgrade to the smelter's house here. We could perform this upgrade, but that's going to use up some of that wood. I'm looking forward to for the smelter's house, so I'll wait just one more turn, get the smelter's house started, and then we'll work on the other upgrades. We've got upgrades here again. But I'm worried it's going to use up some of the resources that I need elsewhere, so I'm going to hang tight for just a little longer before we run those upgrades. But this one should give us some nice food boost there too. We're not low on food per se, but our income for food was fairly low. Let's see, we've got an unassigned skill point here for our spy. Campaign movement range when he's locked in. Damage resistance when embedded in an army. Damage resistance is pretty cool. It's only 5%, but that's still pretty neat. I'm going to do that just in case we embed him in an army. I mean, heck, every little bit. Sometimes you never know what would make the difference between victory and defeat when it comes to the damage, and who knows, but that little bit, they want gold and they're going to give me food. So I'm not interested, Diomedes. I'll keep my gold, thank you. You never have too much gold, in my opinion. Like I said, there's certain units that require quite a lot of it for recruitment. I'm not bartering with you right now. Leave me alone. If someone wanted me to hand them some food and for some of these other resources, I'd probably be interested, but likely no one wants that or needs it. I'm going to declare war. I'm not going to call my allies to help. I don't need their help. And I don't want to risk them not participating in breaking up an alliance. They actually have a pretty decent garrison and some forces here. The auto-resolve doesn't love our chances, but I think our chances are just fine. So let's go ahead and get things started. And while we're loading into the battle, I'll kind of remind you all some of the advantages and disadvantages of the army I have right now. My sword skirmishers make up most of my army. They're very light, and their biggest advantage is their javelins and their speed. They're actually kind of weak in a prolonged melee. My heavy sword skirmishers are a lot better. And we also have a Griffin, who's very good at getting after enemy leadership. Odysseus is a bow hero, and typically with bow heroes we think about sniping other enemy heroes, which you could attempt, but I don't think it's going to actually lead to that much good. Typically with the bow heroes in this game, it is more handy to be focused on using your bow hero to pick at enemy infantry. Their shots are kind of like ballistas, meaning that their shots can penetrate multiple units, which will cause a lot of casualties. So typically speaking, it seems to be better to use your archer hero to pick at enemy infantry and weaken it considerably prior to engaging it. I'm going to get more sword skirmishers lined up at different entrances. Something like this that'll work. And then I've got my sirens. The sirens do have an ability to berserk a unit. We can't target it if it's a hero, but any other unit can be berserked. Unfortunately, we can't do the heroes.
The foe has sighted
Move these
your
guys
hidden
up. Let's
units.
take a look at what's in front of us. Yep, I'm gonna let my javelins go ahead and get a few kills. I'm gonna actually put all these guys off of skirmish mode because they move around way too much. Alright, move these over. I'm gonna go after one of their heroes with my Griffin. Got some harpies flying around over here. Harpies are slightly better in melee and can do a decent job at
One of
disrupting.
your units has no more ammunition.
I'm gonna actually just let my units kind of keep firing away for a minute. Our javelins are causing some nice, substantial damage. I'm gonna berserk that harpy unit. Fighting. Alright, my Griffin got down into combat over here. I'm gonna swing one of these units around and go help my Griffin a little. Alright, let's go help my Griffin. And we are doing fine over here. We forced the Harpies into a melee that they probably really don't want to be a part of. It's actually not a great situation for me. I'm going to back up over here because we could easily get overwhelmed.
Your warriors are losing heart.
Well, my warriors are going to have to keep their heart.
Trained and ready. Hungry for
Let's
glory.
try and get rid of some of these young spears here. We've got a unit that's a little bit overextended on pursuit. The Griffin's doing good damage to that champion, but they are not... the Griffin's not invincible. Ooh, I got caught in melee over here. That's not what I want. Let's bring my sword skirmishers over.
Your hero is under attack.
Yep, I see that.
Go at them. Combat ready. Advance men. Massacre them.
Alright.
My time is now. I can.
Get a nice rear charge on those spearmen, and then we'll get this fight reinforced.
Victory is close enough to taste.
Eat it is. Let's go after their other hero. We got the one with our Griffin. I managed to chase off their Harpies here. Throw in more sword skirmishers.
Odysseus.
I'm gonna target some of these units back in the back. I forgot about my sirens. They must have gotten torn up at some point, which is pretty typical. But at least we used them to get some of those Harpies to suicide into our formation, which is helpful because it makes the Harpies less likely to hit a point of major impact in the battle. Let's take our Griffin, get him back on the move, go hunt down some of these skirmishers, which are probably honestly all that's keeping the hopes alive for the enemy troops. Doing some damage to these javelin throwers. They're doing some damage to me, I might add.
Your warriors are
I
rallying.
really like javelins in this game. They're very useful missile units. Some people were wanting close-ups too, so my bad. I should have zoomed in sooner and let you see some of these troops being routed. This game is absolutely beautiful and definitely does deserve some close-ups from time to time. Here's some of those harpies that were fighting me, just so you'll get a close look at them. The blood effects on the grass, not looking too great. It almost just looks like I spilled a pot of corn red on the carpet or something. Which, don't get me wrong, I mean, corn red is some good-looking paint, but I just don't know if it's gonna look right there. Let's check out our lesser Griffin, who's after these routing slingers over here. Definitely cool-looking unit. I think they did a great job with the unit design, the models. This game does really look beautiful. Makes me really excited for Warhammer 3, because Warhammer 2 is a beautiful game, but it's old and it's really just starting to look tired. And I love knowing that Creative Assembly can make these games look so much better. Not that the games they've made look bad. I thought Three Kingdoms was a particularly beautiful game as well. But man, Troy really, really looks nice. And so that's going to be a great victory for Odysseus and Ithaca. Ooh. Hey, buddy. You need a leg up. Kind of lost your leg there. You only have one leg to stand on. Can you all help me come up with some leg jokes against this guy?
Boost.
Like some bad James Bond single-liner leg jokes. Alright, we do also get access to harpies, which would probably be okay at getting in and disrupting skirmishers. They'd probably be more useful than the sirens I have in my army, but I think we have to build the right building to recruit them. Let's tear down what we have here. I definitely want a gold mine rather than what we have. We're already getting some from the main chain settlement. Let's see how much gold is left here, by the way. If we click this settlement, okay, there's 3,308 gold still in the mine, and it depletes over time. So that's a lot of gold for us to get, though. And it should be very helpful now. I have enough stone and wood, finally. So let's come up here, and I'm going to get the smelter's house started, and then I'm going to need more stone and wood so that we can do the similar thing here with this small apoikia, however we say that, which will give us additional food production. So I need to keep banking up stone and wood. And at this point, we're gaining it at a very nice pace. It's going to be very helpful. Murmurs of sedition over here. Food situation's good. We don't have a ton of income on food, but we have a lot banked. So we're fine for quite a long time on food. And then we're going to have more food production available to us soon as well. So it shouldn't be an issue. Look here. Unassigned skill points for our spy. Casualty replenishment. The province. It's an action, it looks like, that he takes. I'm not really interested in that. Extra success chance for his spy actions would be good. And then 40% to success chance of ambushes when embedded. That would be kind of nice, too. So I like that. Diomedes is wanting to barter with me again. He wants gold, and I'm not going to give it to him. I like that they have the barter system in this game, and there are times when it can be very useful. But at the moment, I just don't really care for these barters that they're off. Like, so they're going to offer me wood for a bunch of bronze. I do have a fair bit of bronze, but I'm not giving it to them. So I'm going to need that probably relatively soon. But like I said, there are times when it's very helpful, and some of you like trading more than I do. Some of you are more apt to trade more often with the AI than I do, and that's also fine. We don't have high influence here yet, so we're not going to get the extra gold per turn, but we eventually will.
Foes, beware.
Our army is pretty well replenished. This is province capital. It is not walled. I can tell, I believe. Well, I think it is walled. I was thinking that it looked a little different. I think that's what this is. Shows the walls there. So I think we do have walls.
Favored by Athena.
We'll have to get around. I might want to replenish for one more turn before we attack these guys, just to be feeling quite certain. This would give our hero extra range ammunition. And then additional missile damage of hero. I don't know that the missile damage is our issue, because we're definitely killing infantry on every shot. So I'm not as worried about the missile. That gives us 10% missile range. This one's 8, though, and we get the ammunition. So I still think this is the better skill for us at the moment. Okay, let's look at our turn end. Agent not moved. I don't have the wood and other stuff, so I'm not going to worry about construction available. Odysseus hasn't moved because he's replenishing. And then we haven't moved our spy. Let's go over here. Just kind of keep using our spy to see if we can gain some skill points. Yep, another success for our spy. He's doing really well. All right, well, so far so good for our strategy. We've gotten access to gold. We've gotten access to more food, wood, and bronze. I want to continue to expand our access to resources and try not to kick off any major wars with fellow Achaeans. That will actually keep us pretty safe at the moment. The Thessalians want me to get a non-aggression pact, but they're demanding that I pay them a lot of stone and bronze for it. I'm just not interested in a non-aggression pact with the Thessalians. They're not fellow Achaeans, and I just don't really have a reason to be interested in their pact at the moment. And then they were destroyed, so look at that. They were trying to get me to pay them for something on the turn they were destroyed. I mean, I have to give the AI credit, man. That is some very snaky diplomacy that they get involved in there. Declare war on this faction. We will not call Sparta to help, as it is not necessary.
Engage the foe.
We need equipment. I cannot build a horse, unfortunately, which would help us siege better. We can get a couple of battering rams built. Let's continue the siege. Let's go take a look at a couple of things. For Divine Will, we can probably do another Hecatomb. Ares, let's see what we're getting here. We're at 60. I remember to see how much it changes per turn. Favor decay per turn -10. Let's go ahead and do another Hecatomb here. Should give us more favor with... Oh, dadgummit, I had clicked it with Hera. That's not what I wanted. Sorry, Ares. Another error misclick. Way to go. To do a prayer would cost gold. I could do a prayer for Ares. Let's see here. Takes away morale. We get extra rage generated, and we get Bloodthirsty God Divine Will ability. It only applies for 4 turns, so we might want to save that until we think we're in a good opportunity for a fight. I got a fair bit of stone and wood, but I don't think it's quite enough for building, small Apoikia. If I am even pronouncing that right, which I may very well not be. I'm going to save my resources for another turn or so to build what it is that I want. We need to continue our siege. It says we haven't moved our agent. That is a fair call out. Let's go murmur some sedition. And this just helps him gain experience. We might as well move him every turn. Now getting a decent bit of gold incoming. Sparta wants military access, and we should probably give it to them. I mean, they are allies, and they're nowhere really near me that I'm really worried about this being an issue. This will just help build the relations between us. So I feel like that's a reasonable ask. Plus, they were offering me some wood for it, so why not? You guys want bronze in exchange for woods, and wood, and I'm not going to give it to them. Alright, and the garrison is going to sally out against us here. That's actually good. I don't mind siege battles in this game. They're not bad. In some ways, they're better than Warhammer 2, like that the maps are better. In some ways, they're worse, in the sense that there's no magic. And however, the addition of single-entity monster-type units and stuff will certainly make sieges, I think, more interesting in this game. So again, the sieges aren't bad. I don't want to make it sound like I'm just totally taking a dump on them. But I don't find them particularly interesting either. But then again, the sieges in Warhammer 2 are... the maps are very boring. They're repetitive. However, I will say that for Warhammer 2, at least I get dragons and jabber slides and other stuff to make the siege more interesting. It's actually not what I intended to do. There we go. Start the
The
battle.
enemy is receiving reinforcements.
Enemy's gonna be right in front of us. I'm gonna go ahead and give an attack order with all my infantry and just get into melee, and then I'm gonna move a second group up here. We should be able to cause massive damage. If we
The
catch
foe
those
has sighted
archers, but
your
I'm gonna
hidden
attempt
units.
it. Sometimes when you use the AI attack orders, your units will be attacking the wrong unit. I want to make sure that we get orders properly dispersed. Like right here, we have too many units chasing the one. We definitely caused a large amount of disarray right off the bat here. I'm going to go berserk those harpies. Let's actually pull these guys out of melee with the enemy leader. Start to really bash him up. Javelins. That should help crack this enemy army even faster. Alright, we have got the enemies well and truly on the run. Kind of surprised we... Yeah, look at that.
Enemy hero.
We already killed their leader with the javelins. I'm kind of surprised we haven't already chain routed their entire opposition here. Okay, those harpies are about to die. I'm gonna go ahead and... You will help finish these off.
Your warriors have been routed.
Oh, yeah, I always forget about my sirens, and they always get routed. Let's go after... Let's move these up. Okay, the harpies are going to attack me from behind. A little bit annoying here, because I'm about to be in a battle from the front, but we'll be alright. Got more infantry to move up.
One of your units has no more ammunition.
Continue to give chase to their units. I've got Odysseus just kind of firing away at heavy infantry from range. Let's give one unit to help my Griffin. I'll move Odysseus up.
Your warriors are losing heart.
Forgot about my skirmishers. Had some guys get caught by some clubmen over here and clubbed. But it's okay. We're making good progress. Yeah, their leader over here is tough, but he's also dying. Just gonna ignore their skirmishers that are running around everywhere for the moment until I can properly chase them.
This battle is your last. Run! Like the craven sheep you are!
We'll get these archers with their Griffin. Try and continue to clean up the infantry fight. I've got more units we can push forward now. Going ahead and firing at slingers and stuff back here with Odysseus. He's causing nice damage.
By Ares, your warriors are rallying.
Well, it's about time, Ares. Alright, we got into the archers. Try and control as much as we can here. I think we've just about got a victory. We'll get some close-ups in this fighting here real quick. Got some of my sword skirmishers about to engage these clubmen. Of course, we got our Griffin back here, ripping through enemy archers. I don't find archers to be terribly useful in this game, unless they're Trojan princes or Trojan nobles. And then I want to say that there's one of the myth archer units that's pretty good. Outside of that, I just haven't found them to be terribly useful. Have you all found something different? If you have, let me know. Curious what your experience with the archers has been like. Alright, so we defeated the garrison quite soundly there, only taking any real damage to our sirens, which is not that big of a deal. They're a unit that I intend to replace in the near future anyway. Gave that guy a bit of a haircut, though I have to admit, a little bit too close of a shave there. We'll have to try again on the next one, Odysseus, but nice work though. Nice work, you're improving. Poseidon's anger grows. Farmers of the Troad have become unsettled following the small quake, so I guess Poseidon is really upset at the Trojans. And I mean, who isn't upset at the Trojans? We all are, right? That's why we're playing the game. Or, I don't know, maybe you like CA's discount Orlando Bloom, and you're not upset at the Trojans. Wow, it's still giving these guys good chances. They're going to start suffering attrition after a couple of turns, so I'm just going to continue the siege. They've got no hope here. They've got no hope. Sedition, we failed. Wood and stone. I finally have what I want. Come in here and build our small apioika. Apioikia? Oof, I don't know if I can pronounce all that. Probably not. It's Greek to me. Quite literally, it's Greek to me. Be nice to get access to these exemplary ambushers. Because eventually we can get to Guerrilla Stalkers, and I really like the Midnight Runners and the Guerrilla Stalkers. These are expensive units to get a hold of, but they are both really, really fun units. I'm going to go ahead and build that just because we can. There's no reason not to, I don't think, right now. Unassigned skill points for Odysseus. Yeah, let's spill some blood. So extra ammunition. We haven't been running out of ammunition. His range is ever increasing and getting larger, so I'm not really too worried about ammunition. He's got 66 volleys and we're rarely using it all. There may be a time in like a really drawn out battle where that could come in handy, but I have to imagine that most of the time it's probably not going to be a deciding factor for us, so I won't get too focused on it at the moment. I want to finish taking these few settlements here though, before the end of this episode. They want food, and they're going to give me wood. This is a barter that I can agree to at the moment. These guys want a ton of my bronze in exchange for a large amount of wood. I haven't used my bronze. I'm making a fair bit of bronze. All the extra wood could be handy. You know what? I'll agree to it just this once. It's a lot of bronze that they took off me, but I can't really recruit my swordsman where I need all the bronze at the moment, because I'm busy fighting anyway. We lost our cult level with Ares, unfortunately, because of my misclick on that Hecatomb. I've got to wait 3 more turns before I can perform another one. Let's see. Level 0. Tell us. Change per turn here. Yeah, favor decay per turn, -10. Okay. Still fighting that favor decay. Well, anyway, we got a bunch of wood. Let's see what that makes available to us here with the extra wood. With this, we can get access to Island Club Warriors, which I don't know, that doesn't seem too exciting to me. Club Warriors. We could build this larger Sanctuary of Ares here, which helps us, let's see, adds capacity for priestesses, and helps our recruitment be better. So let's go ahead and do that. I think that'll be useful. We could go ahead and upgrade this building here with that wood to get extra bronze output. Sure, why not? We can upgrade here to get better stone output. So we'll get some of that wood that we just bartered for put to work. What are we doing here on the siege? Just gonna keep waiting this out. No reason to get in a hurry here. They are trying to build some reinforcements nearby, but I don't know that they're going to really. Alright, we failed to assassinate our rival. Incapacitating enemy characters. I want that one so we can be better at getting enemy characters. Let's end another turn here. I want to secure some of this stuff, and then we'll begin a quest for some of the mythical creatures. I know we haven't done that yet. Some of you probably wanting me to. We absolutely will. They're offering wood in exchange for stone, but I don't want to do that because it's over multiple turns. These guys want gold for a non-aggression pact. Absolutely not. I know what the Thessalians tried, and I'm not exactly inclined to take you seriously. Sea storms. Sign a non-aggression pact through diplomacy. I mean, if I feel like it, I'll tell you whether or not it feels useful. Prophecy of Doom was a success.
Questionable.
How about that? You prophesied doom and it must have been for you.
They will pay.
These guys are going to start taking attrition now, so again, I'm just going to continue this for a turn. They are starting to get reinforcements over there, though, which is a little bit upsetting. I don't know why the siege favors these guys so hard, but siege auto-resolve tends to really not go in favor of the player, like, at all. Let's improve some of this stuff. I don't know if I'm going to have enough wood to do a whole bunch more, but as we make these improvements, we'll start taking in resources even faster, and then it'll make it easier to keep growing. And one more here, and then this army should be substantially weakened. Ajax here. So fellow Achaeans, he wants bronze for 6 turns in exchange for a boatload of food, and I just don't need food, Ajax, so... Menelaus also wants bronze. He's willing to exchange it for wood, but I kind of want my bronze at the moment. Rebuilding after that one large exchange I made. Otherwise, that might have been an interesting offer to me, because we are using a lot of wood right now, and I'm not using as much bronze right now. I guess I probably could have made that agreement, but I don't think it'll matter too much one way or the other. Divine Will. We cannot do a Hecatomb yet. When I can, I'm going to do it for Ares. Alright. Another rival to assassinate over here. It cost me gold to perform this action, but oh well. Get rid of the enemy agents.
Hold nothing back.
There we go. Now we can get a casual auto-resolve.
Spill some blood.
I just don't enjoy playing siege battles a lot. So you all saw me end several turns just to avoid playing a siege battle. I don't actually recommend doing what I just did there.
Ithaca has a new holding.
Probably just me being lazy. When I say probably, I mean it's almost certainly that. Just me being lazy. So yeah, don't be too lazy like me. You can go ahead and fight that siege battle and win it much sooner. And I'll fight some, just so you all can see. And you know what? I probably should have, just so you all could have seen the maps and stuff and decided for yourself. So I apologize. Probably should have played that one a little better for you all. Some people are saying I need to rush to the Trojan horse. So siege tower, and that would make sieges easier, but that is quite the bunch of research that we've got to do to get to said Trojan horse. Especially when I could be buffing up some infantry mechanics. I don't know, though. We don't have a whole lot else to do. Let's start working towards it. I mean, who doesn't like a good Trojan horse? Well, I mean, except for the Trojans. They probably don't like a good Trojan horse in Troy. Come to think of it. I mean, that makes sense. Trojans don't like the Trojan horse. Or maybe they do, and it just got used against them. But that would be pretty bad. You have the new guy on the Night Watch. And he's like, oh, look, they gave us a horse. And, like, little beknownst to him, all the people asleep know everything about the Trojan horse. He just gets totally duped. These guys are offering me some wood for some food. This is a good single barter. I'll definitely take this. So, Dorian's there coming in clutch, getting me some more wood. I'm not using the food at the moment, so I think that's definitely an appropriate barter. These guys want bronze for wood, and that's for 8 turns. I'm not going to commit to something that long term. Actually, not at the moment. Being attacked here by some rebels, actually, probably. And I'm pretty sure we can win this. They do have a leader, but so do we. And oh, they've got chariots, though, so we've got to make sure that our ambushers get their chariots. Chariots on this game are pretty powerful on the right terrain. And if you don't have a good counter to them, chariots can cause tremendous damage. So you definitely have to have, so for instance, chariots, just to give you all some tips, a heavy unit won't take as much damage, and there won't be as much plow through on the charge, the chariots. A light unit will take more damage, from the chariots. So just trying to give you all an idea of what I meant by that whenever I said, that the chariots are dangerous if you don't have the right counters. So javelins will kill chariots very quickly. Heavy units will slow down their charge. So there's things like that you can do in order to help reduce the effectiveness of chariots. So see, like this, I'm going to put some javelins just a little ways back from the fight, so that way the chariots can't just come straight through me and get straight into my javelins. And let's turn off the skirmish mode. Okay. Start the battle, so I'm going to try and hold these choke points. Terrain's not ideal for me in these choke points, but if the chariots can come up front, we can kill them quickly. That would be much appreciated. Let's hit play. Alright, so I want you to attack the chariots. I want you to attack the chariots. You ready to counterattack the chariots. Alright, so here's the chariots. They're already taking some javelin fire. I'm going to bring in the spears now that the chariots have made their charge. I'm going to swing around the flank over here with the clubmen, bring some additional spears up. See how quickly the chariots penetrated through the infantry there? Got to keep the attack on them. Look how much damage they're causing too. They've already got 43 kills. Look at the hit points on my units over here.
Your warriors are losing heart.
Yeah, we got absolutely shreked by the chariots. 2 infantry units gone already. We may lose the battle even if the current situation continues. And I took both units around to outflank, and that ended up being a mistake. Now I'm in big trouble. We did rout the chariots, though. So good news. Some good news amidst a whole lot of bad news. I need to fall back and protect my holding here. Put a shot into these guys real quick with my lord. Alright, the chariots have shattered. I'm hoping to get some of my other units back. Alright, we just got a good shot there. Go ahead and fall back. Fall back, fall back, fall back. Their lord is pretty healthy, and those chariots caused me a lot of damage. They got 94 kills before I got rid of them. So you can see why I was telling you that you need to manage them. I did not actually manage them very well. It just cost me a pretty bit of damage there.
Your warriors are rallying.
Alright, where did I get some warriors rallying? That's good. I can go put some pressure on these slingers now. I probably won't kill them, but dang, my leader got caught over here. That's not good. I want to avoid combat with their lord and fill his face full of javelins, if possible. If I could cause some damage to him, it may very well help my balance of power overall here. Really want these units back. Alright, keep running away. Don't let him catch you. Stay out of him. Need to help my lord by getting free from here. I can now chase these javelins. Okay, yep, turn around. Shoot this guy in the face, please. Keep avoiding combat with them where possible. We're just going to run away from their lord while we try and mop up other things. Yes! Got more units back. Okay. Stop getting caught. Need to get this guy behind that infantry blob and let him shoot it in the back. Need this to come over here. Javelins. Oh, he forced us to fight. He used an ability to force my units into a fight with him. Let's just ignore him. Let him fight those units. I'm going to take my javelins off fire at will and skirmish. I'm just going to hold some javelins and let this guy waste some of his hit points fighting my spearmen. See, now I've got a good rear shot into these shielded spearmen, so I can give... Yeah, look at that. I killed multiples in just the one shot. So now I should be able to support those clubmen. Should be able to run down those skirmishers and the slingers now. I don't know if we'll defeat them, but we can at least get them in melee. And see, this guy's starting to take a little bit of damage, having to fight all these spears by himself. And we are gaining an advantage over here as my shots... Yep, look at that. We're killing multiple infantry unit models per shot. So this is how you want to use your archer heroes, is get in the right position where there's blobbed infantry and just absolutely make them pay. You can see that how many units are dropping each time. It's making a huge difference. We've already got 47 kills. So now we can probably get the power bar to roll in our favor. I don't know why my guys ceased the attack here. Not sure if we'll beat those skirmishers in melee. We may not. I think we can take out the slingers. My clubmen will win against the shielded spearmen, fortunately for me. Let's go get a better angle, like right here. I'm gonna go ahead and try and pump this guy full of javelins real quick now that he's kind of at the edge of that formation. I think it'll do less friendly fire, but then a whole bunch of damage.
Have been routed.
Oh, really? My guys fled when they were about to win. That makes a lot of sense. They totally had the support of my lord nearby and were about to win. Pretty irritated with that. I do have the Aristia here if needed. Yeah, we did lose to those skirmishers, and I lost to the slingers, so that's...
Hades has
we could have had better news there.
Forward we go. Strike hard. Advance.
Alright. Start shooting these slingers. Routed those guys. Then save your javelins. Start killing off these slingers. I'm gonna try and get a better angle on them, so I'm gonna move up here. Just move back. Let these guys come closer to us. Alright, I'm gonna use my lord to try and get up here, and these guys keep moving, and it's getting really annoying the way they're moving around because I just can't get the angles I want. So I have to give the AI credit. They're being annoying in a way that is probably advantageous for them. Let's unit it around here, get it away from those slingers. Alright, here we go. Now I've got good shots at these. I can't let the javelins open up on me, but I can chase them with the young spears and keep them just out of range so that my lord can keep pumping these shots. Ooh, that hurts. Oof, those guys got an arm. Going to the Olympics. What is that noise? Is that supposed to be like people running on stone or something? I don't understand this noise that I'm hearing. Turn around and try and get out of range. I'll bring my own skirmishers up to trade some shots here. My hero is doing very well. I think it is supposed to be like the noise of them running on the stone. It's not very good. Said a lot of good things about this game, so there you go. It's fair. I'll tell you something I don't like, and either that or it's part of the song and it's just weird. I don't know what the case is. Our lord ended up doing very well. We took a lot of early damage from the chariots, but we managed to pull it off.
One of your units has no more ammunition.
That was very fortunate for us, very fortuitous. Those chariots were brutal, and I think it's interesting that the rebels end up with chariots, but I cannot get chariots myself. The chariots for Ithaca are not the best, but in a campaign we could make them work. When I say they're not the best, they're probably just not near as good as, like, say, in multiplayer. But they're okay in the campaign. We do have access to them. We can make them work. They're not as effective as, like, a heavy chariot. They can be useful. All right, we got a cult level up. And let's go into Divine Will. I think we can do a Hecatomb for Ares now, too, which pushes us all the way to 290. So that is good. And we got some replenishment done, and I'd like to come down here and finish these guys and take this settlement. That'll be a good place to end this episode. This episode will be a hair longer than I intended, but it's okay. They have multiple heroes here, so it's going to be a good thing we got our Griffin. Alright, let's go ahead and fight. I need to get a better army put together for Odysseus now, but it's going to require me to head all the way back to Ithaca in order to do it. Unless we hired another hero and then kind of carried the army up here. Swapped it for him, which is another option. We could also use, now that we've built the right stuff, we could actually use our, we call it the safe haven, to do some recruiting. In fact, we should do that. Apologize. Give me there. I'll probably use that safe haven. Safe haven's pretty handy. They don't get a lot of protection. We're doing a very strange deployment.
Sons of Achaea! It will happen. I will do it.
Let's move up. Move these guys around. Thing. Fast forward for a minute. You know what? While we're doing this, I'll get you all some close-ups of the troops. Here's my sword skirmishers, and then the heavy sword skirmishers. Carrying a little bit bigger shield. Got a chest plate on. Some of them wearing some armor padding. Alright, our Griffin got up to the front very quickly. I'm gonna go up here and immediately get on their archer hero, because the archer hero is gonna do very poorly against the Griffin in melee.
Your warriors have spotted hidden foes.
Indeed we did. Woo. I'm gonna go berserk these guys too. Alright, our Griffin's taking a lot of damage. We need to get our infantry up here to support him. It's getting shot by a lot of missile units at the moment. I berserked some slingers. But here comes the cavalry, so to speak. Not actually cavalry, but like I said, so to speak. I don't know where the rest of the reinforcements are. I thought they were supposed to get more than this, but we've got this army completely pinned up in the back here, and they are in some pretty
Your warriors are losing heart.
deep dog do. Alright, here comes the reinforcements. Hang in there, Griffin, because you're really close to the white line. I can't afford to lose you. Okay, well, our Griffin took a lot of damage up in there. I did not expect that, actually. He got 52 kills, though.
Ready to serve. Onward, warriors.
Where are the rest of the enemy troops? I thought they had more troops than this. This was a pathetic showing. I don't even see their other heroes. I don't know what happened to their reinforcements, but they're not here, and these guys got absolutely shellacked. I don't even know how there hasn't been a army losses route yet. Maybe the reinforcements came on from a different part of the map? I don't know. Let's go over here where I don't have visibility. Look at this. Big wave. They had a god ability available to them there. Big tidal wave. They must have gotten a few reinforcements on from
The
somewhere.
enemy is receiving
Yeah,
reinforcements.
there they are. That's weird. They just now came on. I don't know why there was a wait period. Odysseus up here. That was strange. I've never seen that before. Turn this blob around. I'm gonna let my javelins, yep, finish that guy off. Shoot those archers. Shoot archers.
For the Achaeans.
Give our Griffin some support here.
For the Achaeans.
Alright, we've driven out some of these spears.
Masters of war.
Won't let me click attack orders on some of these units.
Awaiting orders. Trained and
Clicks are very strange here at the edge of the map. I don't even know exactly what's going on. Alright, they've got a lot of guys fleeing, including one of their heroes.
awaiting orders. Wipe them out.
I suppose they have more reinforcements coming? Again, it's very strange here. I'm surprised that army losses haven't triggered, but something's happening in such a manner as to slow that army losses mechanic. All the reinforcements should be coming from roughly the same spot as well, I think.
The foe has sighted your hidden
Yeah,
units.
sure enough, here comes more. Alright. Give these slingers the business. I'm gonna send our Griffin over to help Odysseus, who's about to get engaged by a bunch of harpies. Those archers came back from routing, of course they did.
Your hero is under attack.
Indeed he is, but I feel like he's gonna be alright. Oh look, they just got another hero, came on and just immediately routed. That was really strange how the reinforcements... Maybe the reinforcements have some kind of timer mechanic in this game? I don't know. I'm not familiar with that. I can't say I understand it. Look at all their units just immediately turning tail and running.
One of your units has no more ammunition.
They must have more reinforcements because the battle hasn't ended. Like I said, maybe it's some kind of timer. I really don't understand it. There it goes. That was strange. That was strange indeed. I don't know what was going on there, but I'm okay with it. I think my sirens may have finally gotten finished off, which is again is okay because I'd like to get a better unit to replace them with anyway. And we're gonna, on the next episode, we're gonna go use one of our safe havens to set up some recruiting and get some good recruiting even while away from home, because I forgot the safe havens are actually one of the biggest benefits of this faction. They can help you a ton accomplishing that.
Odysseus of Ithaca.
The auto-resolve is kind of being unfair to us, so we'll just encircle it, and I'll save it, and we'll fight this one on the next episode. Hey, again, if you all enjoyed this, take the time, go down there, leave a comment, leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Those things help spread this to other people. We can keep growing this community. I love it. Hope you all enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time with some more action from a Total War Saga, Troy in the Mythos mode.